In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on Kenvue stock. My dear friends, this stock is currently on a verge of breakout from an important resistance level, and along with that there are multiple positive factors which is about to break out, and due to which it will give us an opportunity to buy this stock. We can initiate a buy position before and big upside will get trigger. Dear friends, if you'll make a closer look over here, this was on top where the stock had given a massive downside correction in the form of downward sloping parallel channel. This was a last leg of selling initiated, and stock came in the form of downward sloping parallel channel with back to back lower lows got trigger. If you'll see a closer look over here, the first lower lows trigger here, the second lower lows over here, and the last lower lows here. But as soon as this downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side, first time its lower lows shifted to higher highs, and this is an area where we got two major positive signal. The first one is downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side, and the second one is lower lows shifted to higher highs. So my dear friends, this stock, whenever the lower lows get shifted, we take that point as in confirmation that stock has completed the correction and it's ready for an upside move as far as its lower lows is protected. And my dear friends, now we will discuss the diversion. If you'll put an RSI over here, the diversion indicator, you will be surprised to know the even diversion is showing you the positive diversion over here. The last lower swing is on the downside, it's tilting on the downside, and our RSI is tilting on the upper side. And this is a point where once we get a breakout, the upside movement will trigger quickly. And finally, and the most important signal, that will be a chart pattern. If you'll see over here, the fourth most important signal, that will be a chart pattern, and here we have seen the inverted head and shoulder pattern. Head and shoulder is a negative pattern, but if you see a inverted head and shoulder is a positive pattern, and the stock is about to break. This is a neckline, and it may get break in any movement. In the coming 1 to 2 session, we may see the stock is breaking this neckline. Once this neckline will get trigger, we may see the upside momentum very soon. So my dear friends, all we have to do is to wait for a neckline to get break, and then we may see an upside momentum. So this level is very key level. So far it's in resistance, but it will get break, it will turn into an important support, and once it will get break, very soon we may see the first target will be reaching to $19, and the second target will be an $20. So this will be a two major target for an upside move, and in between there may be a possibility that stock may face a rejection. So we may see the stock will be moving on the upside, it may face a rejection, and it may come down to retest the neckline, and then again it will start the journey. So this will be a probability for a next move. And my dear friends, this area once it will get, don't do any blind trade. You have to wait for a confirmation for a neckline to get break on closing basis. Once the neckline will get trigger, then only you will initiate a buy position, unless and until you have to wait for a confirmation. And once this neckline will get trigger, this area will turn into a support. So far it's in resistance, but it will turn into a support once it will get trigger, because multiple positive factors got action over here. This was an area where we have seen the downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upper side. This was an area where we have witnessed lower lows shifted to higher highs, and this was an area where we have identified the positive diversion between the price action and the RSI, and this is an area where the inverted head and shoulder pattern almost ready. All we have to wait for a confirmation for a neckline to get trigger. Once the neckline will get trigger, and after that there will be a high probability that stock will give you an upside momentum. So this is it for today's analysis, my dear friends. If you really like my analysis, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more such videos.